Welcome to the Summer Super Cup recap. Right now we're here at the deck at Watuka Guest House, and we have in our presence some of the representatives from Botafogo FC. Of course, if you remember the semi-finals, Botafogo is heading all the way to the finals this Saturday, August 3. We're here with Coach. Coach, how's the team doing so far?
We're doing reasonably well. Right, we grateful for being in the finals of this first leg of this tournament. The first year of this tournament is an honor that we can meet so far to the finals. Looking forward for good finals.
And Captain, how is your spirit right now? How are you feeling?
We got an up spirit, got a confident spirit, and the team is working with the same spirit also. We're going out, put our best foot forward, make sure we entertain on the finals night.
Now, there are going to be thousands upon thousands of people at this finals, right? How is that going to wrestle with your nerves? Do you think you're going to be too nervous to play, or you're ready for it?
So you have to prepare, and in preparing, you have to prepare for everything and anything that comes your way. So you work in all those areas to better yourself in every day, so that you can take care of everything and make gas ready.
That's right. What about for you, the practice sessions so far, the training sessions? Has it been intensive? It's been intensified over the past couple of days?
Yes, for the past couple of days, the session was so great because certain thing on the field, coach man show us we got to play the matches, see we come in to play, and as you teach people on the field and put no works on the backfield.
All right, Coach, we're going to be visiting Zaragoza this afternoon, right? The training session. The players in itself, are they tired or how are they rested? What's happening right now?
Well, I think the fact that you're in the finals, this is the time where you don't really feel tired. Because the eagerness is to win this competition. We just want just meet to the finals and just take part in the final. But we will be competing against one of the best team in Linden. Nevertheless, we are coming to win this championship this year.
How many times have Botafogo been to a tournament finals?
Twice.
Twice. Yeah. And have you won any of those tournaments?
Yeah.
All right. Which one of the tournaments? Just
GTB competition.
Okay. I know you're going to make your mark with the Summer Super Cup.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to tell the audience, your fans, and everybody who has been supporting you?
Yeah, every time I'm trying to tell them thanks for the support and continue to support us. Come out Saturday and give us a push, because we're playing it not for only us, but for you too.
On Saturday we have a treat for both Botafogo and Eagles United. You guys are going to be getting cheerleaders on that day, right? But you of yourself, how do you keep yourself motivated during that period?
I think how we keep yourself motivated. I think based upon the fans that we have, right, and the confidence that the fans that we have in us, they really motivate us. Not only that, the love for the game football, and the bunch of guys that we play with. These guys are eager to show not only Linden, but show the country that they are well capable enough to play at any higher level of football. So again, we encouraging the Botafogo fans to come out, support. We know that we're going to give you this victory.
All right. Tell us a little bit about Eagles United. Somewhat of a more senior team in terms of existence and so on. What is your strategy, Coach, when it comes to dealing with these guys?
Strategy for deal with Eagles United. There's something you might not disclose in the public. Right? This is a very good team. Everybody know, especially the teams from Linden, know that this is one of the best teams in Linden. They went to more finals than us, but I think one of the best team for play against them in a final is Botafogo, because we know we are to the level also. So based upon the strategy, whatever strategy we have, we go put it out on the pitch, not disclose it on public television or in the presence of Eagles. We know that they're gonna come gunning for us, because the team like that, I always wanted to win. I always try to play football at the highest level, but they know that playing against Botafogo is not just a normal team, but is a run for the money.
All right, that's right. All right, is there anything you would want to say to encourage the fans out there?
I just want to encourage the fans to come out and support, because when Botafogo and Eagles playing, actually see this Sports Cup round, real fun and things because it's a two-way. Both the team from West Massa is a nice game to come and watch because Eagles just come with the own that the fans making one set night and anything. But at the same time, we as the players can't really start the fans and because the fans and the try to get off your game plan. So you got to focus on your match and try to get best of in the field. But at the same time, I want the Fargo fans to come out and cheer you and so that we can get a great game come Saturday.
Alright, great. So if you're now tuning in, this is the Summer Super Cup recap. We're talking with Botafogo. Now we're going to head all the way to the west side at Zaragrung to look at their practice session and see what they really have in store for this Saturday. Right now we're here at Zaragrung in Silvertown, the home of Botafogo FC. Botafogo is going up against, let me remind you, against Eagles United this Saturday at the Mackenzie Sports Club in the finals of the Summer Super Cup. Well, as you can see right about now, they're training very, very hard, just like the other team that we witnessed. And one of the things that the coach said just now, that this ground is not only being occupied by Botafogo, the senior team, you also, across there you have the junior team, you have the women's team, you have some guys playing basketball there as well. So this ground is basically being used to its full potential. All right, I'm hoping that the ground is good enough for training so that Botafogo possibly could win against Eagles United this Saturday. All right, let's go and talk with one of the fellows here. What is happening right now? How are you feeling?
Very, very thankful, very good, very confident, and willing to take part in this finals. Ready for compete. Right. Just participate. Ready to compete. Put all on that night because it's a final and we're coming to compete.
No, but Brethren, there's a hot pig shot you get down there and a pig pass money. Yeah. So is that going to help you with your skills out here today?
Yeah, everything I put on motivates me.
I like that. So what about you? Are you nervous about Eagles United? Because them boys say that they're going to beat you out bad. Right? Somebody going home crying on Saturday.
Well, we don't really talk football. We just play, let the ball do the work. We really frighten Eagles because we come up against Eagles many times. So we got nothing to fear. We just go out there and do we work.
Alright, so how long have you guys been out here rehearsing, practicing and so on?
Since what last month?
Yeah. Okay. So 1 month preparation into the tournament. Alright, good. Well, we wish you all the best. Right, big up yourself. Alright, so we're going to be seeing you in the finals, right? Yes. So that's basically it. Botafogo is going up against Eagles United this weekend, and let's see what will happen. May the best team win.
It all comes down to this. The finals of the Upper Demerara Seniors Summer Super Cup. 2 teams, but only one will be called champions. This Saturday, the 3rd of August, at the Mackenzie Sports Club ground. Watch the 3rd place match, Net Rockers versus Capital FC. Then the clash of the Titans, the best from the West. Botafogo versus Eagles United. Who are you repping for? With a grand halftime show, while they're sipping your favorite Banks beverage. Lights and sound powered by Movements. It's the Summer Super Cup 2019 Finals. This Saturday at the Mackenzie Sports Club ground. Kickoff time 19 hours. Sponsored by the Upper Demerara Football Association, Ghana Football Federation, Ghana Police Force E Division, Mackenzie Sports Club ground, Aubrey Major, Divine Entertainment, Fabulous Foundation, Trophy Stall, MP Rutherford, Ministries of Public Security, Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Natural Resources, NCN, Channel 13, 104.3 Power FM, Government of Guyana, Melvin's Construction, Morris Springs, Babalu Trucking and Equipment Rental, Lester Kasoon Construction Services, Rickford Douglas Construction Services, McBean Construction Services, and Banks GT Beer. Have fun in Banks Country. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome back to the Summer Super Cup recap. We're here at the deck at Watuka Guest House, and in my presence I have Eagles United, famous Eagles United. We have Coach Bristol, and we have the captain over here to my left. Saturday, the finals of the Summer Super Cup. You've worked hard, you've played hard, and you've reached to this point. It's no strange position for Eagles United to be in. What is the feeling like right now?
The feeling right now, we feeling real joyful. Must give thanks and praise first and foremost to reach another finals, which the previous finals, which was the May Cup, and we feeling the May Cup, but we must got to get a win up on the night. But feelings and everything real joyful. Can't wait for Saturday to come and be a part in the Summer League finals.
Botafogo is considered to be the underdogs right now, based on seniority of teams and so on, right? Do you believe that the teammates are too comfortable in their experience right now?
What are we talking about?
No,
Botafogo?
Botafogo. What do you look down on them, stating that they're the underdogs, we on top, and we got this? Are you comfortable?
Well, I can't say so as yet because the finals hasn't been played as yet. Botafogo is a good team, it's a young team, it's a running team. They play football, so I wouldn't say that, we're comfortable on top as yet until the game is played. But we're coming hard to play, same as Botafogo, so it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, definitely. When we looked at the reviews on Facebook, it's balanced, it's a mix. Some persons say, look, we're repping Botafogo, and some people say we're repping Eagles United. Probably the best two teams right now for the West Side. So it's a clash of the Titans Saturday. Right? What proprietary measures do you have in place right now?
Fan base is a very important base. You know, well, Botafogo have their fans, Eagles United have their fans, but on the set night, remember fans will be making noise, hearing all sorts of things, but we got to go out there, play to our standard, because we have some players who play for the fans.
Yeah.
And at the moment, you cannot be listening to fans and playing football because you find yourself, we have the game. And getting fans and repping for the club is a boost to any team. Right? Because you might find 500 pound Eagles side, 1,000 pound Botafogo side, and it repping and it shaking, the ground shaking. But at the same time, you gotta be focusing on your game.
That's right.
Right? And Botafogo and Eagles, clash of the Titans. That's a nice match. Youths against youths.
That's right. You mentioned an important point because we noticed many of times in the matches that we've witnessed, you have fans who are crowding even the commentator or the spokesperson, making their own commentary. You're doing stubbornness, pull yourself up, and the players seem to be get distracted. Right? In those sort of situations, Captain, what are some of the words you use to your teammates? Don't listen to the fans or just focus on your game. What is it that you do?
Well, at every game Eagles play, we go with a plan. And we work towards the plan. One is to stay focused in your game despite any challenges you may get. So, anybody have comments to say about a play that made in the game or stuff like that, we players is be focused still because we've been working on a plan and that's how we've been going forward. So it don't be a problem to the team if fan make a comment about the play or stuff like that because we too focus
on the game.
Yeah.
All right, respect. Is there anything you'd like to say to the fans out there?
Yeah, Saturday, the finals. Come out, support the team, and that we enjoy the moment. Right, nice to get football up and going again. And I encourage the president of the football, which is UDFA, to keep it going because most of us right now is pond ball. Right, you might get in the work out there. Football will give most of the players money in the pocket. Go about football, carry a lot of players out to the country and thing. And I could say come out, fans come out, having an enjoyable game, see football at its best. Botafogo versus Eagles on Saturday the 3rd, 2019.
All right, thank you so much, Eagles United. We're going to head all the way down to Christiansburg right about now and check out the playing techniques of Eagles United. We're here at Christianburg Community Center Ground, the home of Eagles United. Eagles United will be going up against Botafogo FC this Saturday, the 3rd of August, at the Mackenzie Sports Club Ground. And so what is happening here right now, we're at the training facility. We're going to be talking to the coach, the captain. Captain, what exactly is happening right now in terms of the guys training?
Yeah, well, basically we're working on our fitness because this is one of the things that affect us in the games. Yeah, in the semi-finals, our fitness, we work on our fitness and tactics in the game. So on Saturday we can.
What else is expected throughout the afternoon here? What is a normal training day like?
Well, basically after fitness, we work on our fitness. We have like a skill game, like a small ball game to work on our touches and stuff like that. Then we have formations and how the defense move, how the midfield should pass the ball to the striker and stuff like that.
All right, speed is everything, right? And if you can just look over there, right about now, these guys are collecting cones and placing it on top of the flags. What is that really about?
Yeah, well, it's changing direction. In a game, as a midfield, you need to change direction. As any player playing the football game, if you can, you can't go up on this side, you could be able to change and go on the next side. So this basically is trying to teach you that if you can't go that way, you can change direction. Basically, it's still in working on fitness.
You know, one of the things we're looking at right now, the condition of this field. I mean, it's not of its best.
Yeah.
But how do you make this work for you?
Well, basically, we use a sand pitch basically because, as you can see, the muddy area is kind of messy. So we try to use a good part of the field so that we can get our touches together and stuff like that. We can't blame it on the field and stuff like that. So we try to, use a good part of the field. So.
All right, good.
It all comes down to this. The finals of the Upper Demerara Seniors Summer Super Cup. 2 teams, but only one will be called champions. This Saturday, the 3rd of August, at the Mackenzie Sports Club Ground. Watch the 3rd place match, Net Rockers versus Capital FC. Then the clash of the Titans, the best from the West. Botafogo versus Eagles United. Who are you repping for? With a grand halftime show, while there sipping your favorite Banks beverage. Lights and sound powered by Movements. It's the Summer Super Cup 2019 Finals. This Saturday at the Mackenzie Sports Club Ground. Kickoff time 19 hours. Sponsored by the Upper Demerara Football Association, Ghana Football Federation, Ghana Police Force E Division, Mackenzie Sports Club Ground, Aubrey Major, Divine Entertainment, Fabulous Foundation, Trophy Stall, MP Rutherford, Ministries of Public Security, Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Natural Resources, NCN, Channel 13, 104.3 Power FM, Government of Guyana, Melvin's Construction, Morris Springs, Babalu Trucking and Equipment Rental, Lester Kasoon Construction Services, Rickford Douglas Construction Services, McBean Construction Services, and Banks GT Beer. Have fun in Banks Country. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome back to the Summer Super Cup recap. Devin Sayers here, and I'm in the presence of a famous person, a very important person at this stage, the president of the Upper Demerara Football Association, Mr. Terence Mitchell. Welcome.
Nice being here.
So the Summer Super Cup kicked off on the 7th of July, and we're at the point now heading straight to the finals. How do you feel about the tournament, the structure of it, everything so far?
Good afternoon again. I just want to say I'm very pleased with the entire tournament. I mean, it's something new. And trying something new, sometimes, you kind of nervous when you look at how it might run and stuff. And I know when the Divine Entertainment came with the idea and said, well, okay, look, we want to have this Summer Super Cup and engage myself to have it structured the way it should. One of the things that we always wanted to have is a tournament of this sort at this time, the summertime, right? Like I always said, I think there's a certain amount of tournament we should have at senior level playing yearly, and it's working its way to that kind of pattern that I'm having in mind, which is at least 4 tournaments a year our senior footballers should have, right? Recently we had the Mayor's Cup during the Tongue Week celebration, and now here is the Super Cup. We have coming up after the Super Cup in October, we have what is the Senior League will be commencing, which the first half will be played in September, October, finish or sometime mid-November to facilitate the year-end tournament. So all in all, well, coming back to the Super Cup, I'm very pleased with what it turned out to be.
Okay.
At this point, we are at the finals, and the response is great. The hype is there. The community is talking a lot about the tournament. Yes, this is a good venture.
You talk about this time of the year, summer, right? Right, it's hot out here, folks. Right, it's really hot out here. But nevertheless, the weather really hampered some of the games. I think 2 games had to be postponed because of rain.
Right.
What is the condition of the ground right now?
I was there this morning. Let me say we were satisfied with what happened for the semi-finals on Sunday. I must say the even turn away the man. Myself, we turn away the man. We always looking at the weather forecast to see what the day will look like, how much rain and stuff. And strange enough, what the weather forecast said sometimes wasn't true.
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
But we know summer to be a time of heat like now.
Yes.
But a lot of rain was there. It was a challenge. We managed to work around and through it. Mother Nature got to do what Mother Nature got to do, but God was able to help us to get some fair weather to continue the program. We had to switch 2 days and play Wednesdays to bring the program back in line. All right, that would have affected the schedule to some extent, where some clubs would have had to switch so that they don't play a back-to-back kind of stuff. But based on the weather, because of the weather conditions, we had to make some adjustments, and so some team or teams would have faced bad end of the stick, but not for long, so that we can stay in schedule. So the weather is cooperating right now.
Oh, good. In terms of Saturday's game, the finals, you have Botafogo and Eagles United, and as a president, you cannot be biased and say that you're for one team or another team.
Like that?
I don't believe you should. But how do you measure both teams right now in terms of preparedness and how they've been performing throughout the entire tournament?
Right, so the UDFA, all the clubs, 12 clubs right now in the Upper Demora Football Association, and it is my role as the president of the association, along with the other executive of the association, to make sure all teams come up to a standard where they're playing proper football. I'm not repping any particular team. I'm neutral. My intention is to see football rise. It's the club's intention to see who's the best team. They have to work and see who can emerge the champions. Based on my assessment of the 2 clubs that advanced to the finals, I must say congratulations to Eagles United and Botafogo. They're both no strangers to finals. Botafogo is once the GTBR champion. I think that would have been in 2016, I think. Eagles would have been GTBR champion in 2018, right? Well, with 2019, we don't know who's going to be champion now. So they both have finals experience.
Okay.
They're both young teams. They're both fast teams. If I'm to give somebody the notch, sorry, but I would give Fago the notch when it comes to pace. I'm going to give Eagles the notch when it comes to experience. So now, we're going to see
pace versus experience.
Experience and pace. They have youth both ways, and they're both playing excellent football. Like I said, Botafogo just came from the national under 20 tournament, and I think they placed fourth. They placed fourth. Of course, with a little challenges here and there. They think to themselves that they should have had a better position, but they placed fourth. They're the top 4 clubs in the nation under 20, and that is the team that is representing, most of it is what is representing Botafogo at the senior level. So, come Saturday, Linden, fireworks, that is all I can say. It will be fireworks. No team, none of the 2 clubs are going to sit down and let the other get away. It's going to be ding dang. I want to urge the referees to come with your A game, because this is going to be fireworks. You can't get this game for get away and left referees. You got notice over the game. You see games get away, left referees or referees allow game to get out of the hand. What's that? But these 2 clubs are going to go for the top accolade. So it's going to be real tournament.
There's another fireworks happening for the 3rd place. You have Capital FC going against Net Rockers. Capital FC performed a miracle the other day. On the Friday the 26th of July, in the final round of preliminaries, and then they had to go to the decider, won that, and went to the semi-finals. And then you have Net Rockers who've been performing tremendously well throughout the tournament, and they're going to be competing for the third place. What is your prediction, or how do you make of that particular third place match?
Again, fireworks. Look, let me say this. Capital FC is the one of two new clubs in the tournament. I hope I phrased my sentence correct. Capital FC only came into the association about 2 years now, right? It's a new club formed, and they're now a member of the Upper Demar Football Association. The second club that would have become a member of the Upper Demar Football Association, and I'm pleased to mention the name of this club, which is the Comaka Football Club.
Wow. Yeah.
That is a club that torn up and got the entire Linden talking about it.
Yeah,
they played excellent football. Their fans are really supportive. They came out in numbers to support Comaka.
Yes,
and I'm pleased to see that we have addition to the association, and not just an added team, but a team that can play, a team that can compete. And we saw what they did with Top 20, and then who was the next team they met with? Eagles. And we saw how they put up a challenge against Eagles. That game finished 2-1. They scored for us. This is a team with potentials. Coming back to Capital FC, that team too was another young team, just got involved, but it's just not another team. These teams are bringing it to the field. They're playing football. So I'm pleased to see the standard, new clubs, but with the standard, and allowing the football to grow. Unfortunately for Capital FC, though, I know I'm hearing complaints about the back-to-back or the 3 days playing that they had to play. And persons are saying that they probably were too tired with the game against Eagles. It's a good argument, but let me remind you, this is football. And one of the things with Linden football is that we don't have enough games playing. This is where we want to bring our football, to have enough game. I'm not saying that it wasn't unfair or it wasn't unfortunate. It was unfortunate that they had to play like that. But the situation is that in their group, they had winners with 7 goals on 1 goal against. That is when winners and the same Capital FC compete. Match skills, they draw 1-1. But then when they went to play the other team that is a part of that group, High Stars, winners beat High Stars 7-0, and then Capital FC came and do the same thing. So it brought a deadlock on points with the 2 clubs, right? Brought a deadlock on points with the 2 clubs at the table. So we had to get one team going through. It wasn't a night where the 2 were tied and playing, where we could go to extra time and penalty kicks. It was one was sitting outside looking to see what the other would have done. So at the end of the game, it was deadlock on points, so we had to come with a decision. Back in the days, you used to have cards, you could have count cards and what's that, but FIFA had erased that from the rule book. There is no more cards, so they have to be a playoff between the 2 teams, and then the winner of that game would have advanced. As it related to the schedule, it so happened that they would have had to come up with a sudden game the following Saturday. Right at the outskirts at the Wisborg ground. And I must say to the public, I must say thanks to those supporters, those ardent football fans who
they came out in their numbers.
I was torn up to see what would be the outcome of that game. And both teams came out and they played, and a team that played at night happened to pull it off against a team that was resting for a whole week. It tells me that sometimes the long rest could have a effect, right? But they won and they had to play the next night to keep the schedule tight. So that was unfortunate, but that is how it happened.
Alright, so Saturday is a big day. You have Eagles United going up against Botafogo in the main game, and you have Capital FC going up against Net Rockers for the 3rd place. Right, Terry, is there anything else you would want to say to the audience out there?
Yeah, come out, your numbers. Football is Linden thing. I often brag, and I could only brag about football. I often brag that football is the biggest thing happening in Linden. I don't put nothing over football. And you can assess and see that I'm telling the truth. Football is the biggest thing happening in Linden. Despite all the other entertainment we have going around, football is the only thing that is played around the clock pretty often. And I often say that the the base that we have for football, it carries with it as it relates to players from under 13, under 17, under 23, under 20, seniors, managers. We have over 1,000 members. That is what we have. Over 1,000 members, which includes young men and women, right? Playing football in Linden. You don't want to spoil something like this. This is something that is keeping our youths intact and keeping them from being distracted by negative things. So I appeal to the community, I appeal to our leaders, I appeal to parents and friends and spouses to support football in whatever way you can. This sport can do wonders for our young men and women in Linden and for the community at large. How the community? I'm looking to see the day that we will look at our national team again. It happened in the past. Our national team should have more than 5-6 members from Linden being a part. We know the situation with national team and football right now. It is what it is. But in the future, we're looking to see members from Linden being a part of the national team, being a part of international football.
Yes.
And let us use football to do many other things. It's a platform that we can use, not just to be football, but we can use it to have sponsorship, to have scholarships, and, you know, help our young men gain something from it. So here one, right now, we need you to come out on Saturday night. Come out on Saturday night and support these young men.
All right.
And let us make this thing a big hoorah.
All right, Terry, thanks so much. Remember, you can head across to UDFA Guyana, at UDFA Guyana, and click like or follow the page and keep abreast with everything that has happened and will be happening for Saturday, August 3, at the finals at the Mackenzie Sports Club ground. Tickets are only $1,000, VIP is $1,500. So grab your tickets now.
It all comes down to this. The finals of the Upper Demerara Seniors Summer Super Cup. 2 teams, but only one will be called champions. This Saturday, the 3rd of August, at the Mackenzie Sports Club ground. Watch the 3rd place match, Net Rockers versus Capital FC. Then the clash of the Titans, the best from the West. Botafogo versus Eagles United. Who are you repping for? With a grand halftime show, while there sipping your favorite Banks beverage. Lights and sound powered by Movements. It's the Summer Super Cup 2019 Finals. This Saturday at the Mackenzie Sports Club ground. Kickoff time 19 hours. Sponsored by the Upper Demerara Football Association, Guyana Football Federation, Guyana Police Force E Division, Mackenzie Sports Club ground, Aubrey Major, Divine Entertainment, Fabulous Foundation, Trophy Stall, MP Rutherford, Ministries of Public Security, Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Natural Resources, NCN, Channel 13, 104.3 Power FM, Government of Guyana, Melvin's Construction, Morris Springs, Babalu Trucking and Equipment Rental, Lester Kasoon Construction Services, Rickford Douglas Construction Services, McBean Construction Services, and Banks GT Beer. Have fun in Banks Country. Please drink responsibly.